Abdel Latif El-menawy is a former head of news at Egyptian state TV and is now a columnist and a commentator in Egypt and is here. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Do you think this Egypt-Iran comparison is a reasonable one?
Yeah, I think so, because if we remember at 1979, when the Iranian Revolution started, it started with the middle-class people, it started with the whole variety of the country, left wings, right wings, and Islamists, of course. What happened after that? The Islamists just hijacked the revolution after that. And if we can just remember what Ayatollah Khomeini said before he went back to Tehran from Paris, he said, the men of religion will not rule. And a couple of weeks after that, we didn't find anyone but Khomeini and his people. What happened in Egypt, it's alike somehow, but with a different, after 32 years, of course. Left wings, the socialist, the Islamist, the right wings, the moderate people, middle-class people of Egyptians, they just went out to Tahrir Square, to the squares. And what happened after that? Muslim Brotherhood, the same story again. They hijacked everything. They played it very well at the beginning. They played with all the parties just to control, and they control. They played with the SCAF before. They played with the revolutionaries parties and the youth and the other parties. And at the end of the day, they just have control.
But they can be tested against what they've said, though, can't they? Very soon, because what Mohammed Morsi has said, and what his supporters say, is a lot of this extra power is temporary. Actually, it's to defend the revolution at this very, very difficult point where there are challenges that could come through the courts, through people who were appointed in the time of President Mubarak, who could mess it all up. And you need to have these powers just now. And if they seem to be keeping them for longer than they promised, then we will see very quickly.
Actually, there's 2 points in this point. One, as you said, I work as a former chief for news in Egyptian TV. And this words reminds me with the same words has been used before when I was discussing with the emergency law with the high official. They told me at the time, special circumstances need special measures. This is exactly what they are used to say. This is the reason every regime wants to have control, a full control, using this. They know better than people what's the best for them. They know what's the right for them, what's the wrong for them. And now he is saying that I'm the elected one. It's a fishy circumstance when he was elected.
Your fellow countrymen accuse you of hypocrisy, though, because you used to work for that regime you've just been describing, and now you're criticising this one for being undemocratic.
I was criticising the regime while I was working in the regime.
I'm loudly enough to be sacked as head of news.
No, I haven't been sacked. I resigned as a head of news.
Yes, but I'm saying if you had criticised them, you would have been really openly.
They didn't. No, I didn't. I haven't been fired. And my articles are there, standing there at the time. This is what I said. This is what I wrote as a journalist, as a columnist. This is what I wrote all the time. The other point is, you are telling me that, or the people who are telling that, why don't we give him a chance? This is exactly like we are saying. Why don't we just burn a fire to see what the fire can do with this studio? I believe that we have a fire in Sudan. We have a fire in Iran. We test the Islamist regime. How does it work? How does it look?
How confident are you, final question, that there is enough of a coalition of people who feel roughly as you do that they will win?
Look, I'm afraid, I'm very scared actually of 2 things. Mr. Morsi's speech today, because I believe that he will try to pass the constitution, which already establishing for a religious state, and this could be a way to tell, it's temporary. I'll just ask for a referendum for the constitution, and this is the goal they want to reach at the end of the day, especially that most of the all the liberals and the other Christians, they already withdraw from the Constitutional Committee.
And the other point, briefly?
The other point is, I'm afraid of the demonstration which they are planning to have Saturday and at Tahrir Square. It will happen. I believe that it will lead to a bloodshed in Tahrir Square.
Abdel Latif El-menawy, thank you very much.
Thank you.